Hey, what's going on, y'all? Cheers. Oh, it's such a rosé day, isn't it? What's going on, everybody? I'm Sandra Funk, and this is Design Sips, where we're going to raise a glass of wine and talk about the business side of interior design. As you know, my mission is to make sure that I take everything I've learned as far as running a business of design and share it with you all. It is so important to me that we all rise together, and the only way we do that is by sharing our best practices, and eventually we all start running better businesses. And when we do, we are more respected and we are more referred. And when we are more respected and more referred, we can be also more valued and we can raise our rates, right? And when we raise our rates and we are more valued in the industry, we have the time and the profits and the mind space and the freedom to do better design. So it's layer upon layer upon layer. It's so important that we all rise together by sharing and improving over time. Let me tell you, this industry wasn't always like this. It started out a very tough place to get any help from other designers on best practices in our industry. And there were absolutely no standards. We're talking wild, wild west. Great song, bad way to be going through an industry all by your lonesome. Okay, so today we are going to talk about what's inside the standard. As I said, my mission is to see us all rise together, and a big part of executing that mission is the interior design standard. It's my business master plan. It's the plan that I pulled over and figured out painstakingly and now share with all of you on a silver platter. I welcome you to all the things that I've learned over all the years so that you can run an incredible, profitable, joy-filled luxury interior design business. So, what the heck is in that standard? Enrollment is open and closes tonight. This is it, people. It's now or 6 months from now. Today, we're going to cover my personal highlights of what's included in the standard. So I'm going to give you a high level, but first we're going to have a little cheers because, you know, this is still about fun, right? Ah, so good. All right, let's see what's inside. Module 1 is Master the Tech to Catapult Ahead. So important to embrace technology in your business for efficiency and for the ultimate in delegating. One of my absolute most important principles is get off of your plate what someone else could do as well or better than you. And technology is incredible at helping clarify, document, and delegate out tasks, especially repeatable tasks that happen the same way with standards over and over and over again. All right, module 2, confidently price your services for high-end clients. It is so crazy important to make sure that your pricing model is in alignment with your ideal client, okay? So when your pricing model is talking about discounts, you are automatically taking yourself out of the running for high-end luxury projects. Luxury clients want luxury services. They are not looking for bottom basement discounts. They're looking for the best, and they have the budgets to pay for it. Make sure you're in alignment on that front. Module 3, attract and land ideal clients. This is so crazy important. I know you know that it's not just about making sure that you have a full pipeline. It's making sure that you have the right clients in that pipeline. I've done the analysis, and I can tell you for sure that a bunch of small projects are not as profitable as fewer larger projects, right? Cheers to that, y'all. I know you know that too deep in your gut. But I can tell you that I know that from deep in my data. We did the analysis, and because of all the project management, communication, setup, hand-holding, communication, and site visits that happen for each client, it is inefficient to have a whole bunch of tiny projects instead of fewer larger projects. So with that, it's crazy important to make sure that you're attracting and landing those larger clients. I like to call them kind whales. You need to identify who your ideal client is, and I highly suggest you give them an easy to remember nickname so that you can constantly keep them top of mind. All right, module 4, level up with your streamlined processes. This is really the backbone of the standard. It's our design process. Every single step identified, documented, and streamlined in our system into a repeatable process that you can drop into your business and then train new employees, train existing employees, have reminder lessons, delegate, delegate, and delegate, because it's already all clarified. Done for you design. I love it. All right, module 5 is all about improve your buying power and trade relationships. Now, one of the big things about how design businesses are run is that we have the ability to register as the trade and have increased buying power above what a retail person would be out in the world, right? Now, it's all about leveraging that, deepening those discounts, and making sure that your pricing model is set up to take advantage of the spread between what you buy at, and what you sell at. And I will show you all the nuts and bolts and how to do that, as well as all the templates that go into talking to your vendors and trades about deepening your discount. You can do this, I promise. And number 6, develop your dream team. So we know from talking to our design members that developing and delegating and all of the things that go into building and overseeing a team is a big part of the job, right? It's a big part of being able to scale. It's a big part of providing top-notch, amazing customer service. And it is the way that you are going to be able to focus on making it rain, right? As CEO, you need to be out there marketing, networking, strategizing, and then providing that touch point, being that creative director. You cannot be down in the weeds approving CFAs. You need to keep it CEO level. Thus, you need a team that you can develop and train and manage with just ease and efficiency. And I will show you exactly what we've done in the past to make that all happen. Okay, we have a question, and we need rosé. Y'all, are you drinking? What are you drinking? Cheers with me. Yes. Okay, Jenny asks, can we get a detailed list of what's included? Okay, Jenny, I just gave you the high level, so high. But I can tell you that I went crazy deep dive on this, what is exactly inside the standard. And we created an extensive video on what's inside. We're going to put that in the description in this video. So you can find it below and go over there and see whatever I was wearing last year, what color my hair was, and also hear all the details of exactly what's in the standard, because we've already done that video and it's there for you. Awesome. Thanks, Jenny. All right, on to the next question, shall we? A little wine in the tree. Wouldn't be design sips if we didn't have wine. All right, Maggie asks, what is your favorite resource inside the standard? Maggie? I love it all. It really, okay, so one of the big things about the standard is that we get asked all the time, can I just have this one piece? Can I just buy that one module? And the answer is always, I wish it was like a la carte like that, but it's not, because it's all woven together, right? The design agreement gives the boundaries and the parameters and outlines the whole thing. And then the processes show up so that you can actually hold to those timelines and those expectations and those promises you've made in the agreement. And then the pricing flat fee calculator and furnishings estimator are able to give you the tools to price and create a flat fee that actually gives you profit, joy, and efficiency, right? So it all goes together. There's no magic wand. It's not wand, not wind, wine. Wand. Okay, it's not a magic wand, and there's no secret pill to make your design firm sparkle in one step. It is about going through the modules and bringing them in and bringing your firm up to speed with the standards. It's about really understanding everything, and I love the idea. One of my favorite things in the standard is that you can use it to train your team. So we've had designers go through the standard on their own and then bring it to the team. We've had designers bring the entire team together, like big team meeting every time a new module drops and they all dive in together. You do you, but there's a million ways to do it, and it's all good. Okay, so some of the other favorite things inside the standard, I made notes because there's so much to it. One of my favorite things is that our designers are always totally blown away by just how much is jam-packed inside of this program. my story when we were building this was, if it's a repeatable process that takes you from that potential client call all the way through the wrap-up meeting, I want it documented and I want it in. So there's a lot in there. One of my favorite things is the inner circle. So once you're a standard member, you're part of the inner circle. And the inner circle is our group meeting up at High Point. It's little subgroups that are like regional or niche area or size of firm or revenue of firm, right? And then it's also our collective Facebook group, which is all the alumni that have gone through the standard. We all end up in there, and we all end up having these beautiful group conversations. In addition, while you're going through the standard, you're going through it with the community of designers who are also going through it. So that's really why we do the standard twice a year, because we are dropping those modules and checking in with you. And we've got our own little pod Facebook group that's kind of like our own little support system until all of those modules drops and everything is through. And then you move on into the greater community. The greater community is literally that. It's a community of designers who are this level serious about design businesses, who are that are so confident and so sure that they have found their calling, that design is their love and it's their business, and they are going to be in business to the point where they are investing in the standard, they are investing in themselves, they are intentionally leveling up. And that's the inner circle. That is the tribe that you get to come and be a part of when you join the standard. And the most beautiful part of that is that we are then all speaking apples to apples. We are all running businesses with the same level of standards, business standards, right? And so when somebody says, hey, I've got this scope and I'm thinking that this is the flat fee, no other conversation is necessary. Everybody understands, what does that flat fee mean? Does it come with parameters? So are there appropriate boundaries? I'm in a ton of Facebook groups. I love my designer Facebook groups, but so often the crux of the question gets lost because most of the conversation is about clarifying the business model, because everyone does it so differently. So it's an amazing, supportive, beautiful community. And that's really my favorite bit of the standard, but there's so much more. Inside the standard, we are taking from our actual business. And so one of my favorite goodies inside of there is my request for quote templates. Every single time I'm going to go and just do a proposal of an item for a client, it starts with a request for quote. It could be, it could be that I'm logging into a portal and getting the net price, but I'm also starting with that request for quote structure that's telling me, note the finish, note the quantity, note the bulb wattage, note how many bulbs there are, note, right? If this is hardwired or if it's a hand switch, like all the things, that's my lighting template off the top of my head. But there's one for everything. There's one for stone and glass and fabric and upholstery and custom everything. If I've ever used it in a design, it's in there. And it is a beautiful structure. It takes delegating the task of creating proposals from something that someone that has at least 3 years of experience needs to do to someone who's relatively new, because it's paint by numbers. It walks them right through it. And that's the way we've handled the templates all the way through the standard. It's as much clarity and as much detail as possible so that you are able to delegate these tasks out knowing that all of this information is going to be captured because it's in the template. They have to fill it out. Okay, requests for quotes are out of control major. Client email templates, actually all email templates, but specifically client email templates. Not only are we giving you a design agreement that really gives you the parameters of how this all works, but then every time there's a new phase happening in the project, we are taking those bits from the design agreement and reiterating. I added too many R's. Reiterating the appropriate, timely, important bits in these emails that follow you through the project. So there's an onboarding emails that go on. Of course, there's all the conversations that happen in the potential client process that are onboarding them about how to work with us. But then we're not leaving that conversation at the door after the agreement is signed. We are reiterating and reminding as we go through the process. And it's so crazy important. Obviously, we signed a design agreement. A lot of my jobs are great big renovations, additions, whatever. And 18 months later, we're finally at furnishings delivery. Well, the client needs to be reminded that they have 3 days to review the items that have been delivered and let me know if there's any issues. If they let, that's in the contract. We went over that way back when, but it's 18 months later. Who's going to remember that? So it's little things like that, like knowing that you need to give them the maintenance and care guides once deliveries start to happen, knowing that you have to remind them that they have 3 days to note any issues. If you let 6 months go by, every single vendor everywhere is going to say, well, it wasn't like that when I delivered it, and I don't have a leg to stand on, right? They've been living in the house using it. So it's all of those lessons learned over 15 years in business for myself, 20 years in the industry on a silver platter for you. That's how we're doing it. Cheers to that. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna keep this running. You ready? Okay, FAQ vault. So our frequently asked questions are, you know me, I'm like not gonna answer the same question twice. Once I hear the same question the second time, I'm like, put it in the vault. We've answered that already. Go find that question, how we answered it the first time with such love and such care, and let's put it into the answer vault and let's start building the dream. And so also, if I hear that question 3, 4, 5 times, now I know I need to go back to the module and add more clarity, give a little bit more detail, maybe add a resource. And that's how we're doing the standard, you guys. So it's not just the standard is a timestamp that happened one time and it's out to you. It's always evolving. It's always improving. So, okay, the FAQ vault is not just amazing. It's also just showing you the standard is a living, breathing, evolving, improving business backbone. And the beautiful thing about the standard is once you're a member, you are always a member. It is lifetime access. So every 6 months when we launch, we do all of our improving on the back end. We do a really awesome email out to our existing membership to let them know exactly what's improved and where to find it. And you get the benefit of ever evolving, ever improving, hundreds of designers using this program, giving their feedback, asking their questions, and it becoming better and better and better with every single day that goes by. Yay, that's what we want, right? Just think, at some point you just like spaz out to perfection. I mean, I don't think perfection exists, but we're working towards something, some pinnacle. Okay, one more detail that is one of my favorite things inside the standard is the Asana templates. Asana is my best friend. We're in love. We spend a lot of time together. But for real, Asana is a task management program. It is beautiful. It's a beautiful piece of programming. It's an app and it's a desktop and it's, like I said, very close to my heart. But the bottom line is, it's what you make of it. And so what we've made of it is these incredible templates that you can drop right into your Asana and make your own. So potential client process all the way through. Full service design process, including, if you're from decorate to renovate to build from scratch, you duplicate and download these templates into your business. Make them your own. If you don't like the way I said something, or obviously add your firm name to everything, add all of your personal touches to it, but the structure is there for you to use over and over and over again. You're going to love it. Okay, so those are my favorite little things. I hope you understand a little bit more about how the standard could truly catapult your business forward. I'm not talking by 6 months or a year. I'm talking 15 years of blood, sweat, and tears, and knowledge and iteration, and an obsessed need to systematize and create clarity and efficiency. I am going to show you the way. I am going to hold your hand and move you through a business plan that will make your designs are here, and that business structure is supporting you underneath, that will take you from surviving and enjoying being able to do a life of design to truly thriving, to making more than you ever dreamed of, to having more creative freedom, to having more time with your friends and family. I want all of these things for you and so much more, and that is why I'm inviting you to join us inside the standard. I'll see you inside.